Art Ekman, David Bailey, and Davey Coombs back at Millville, Minnesota, as we get set for our second 125 moto.
See right there, topping off the fuel tank. After these guys do a warm-up lap, they just use a little bit of precious fuel, so they top them off.
Nick Way after his very first moto victory, and here's Ricky Carmichael talking it over with Brock Sellards. Casey Johnson of the Yamaha of Troy. Let's take another look at the track map.
Well, nothing's changed between motos, just got a lot rougher. And this downhill right here, this is tough. They work their way up the ledges, then down this downhill. This is the left-hander at the top. It can be doubled, but I wouldn't recommend it. Landing into all those braking bumps, trying to get stopped for this corner is just about impossible. And that rut through the berm starts to get choppy, and to get your speed up over this double right here depends on how you get out of the corner at the bottom. Tricky section.
So our second moto, the big question is, can Ricky Carmichael pick up the points he lost on Brock Sellards in the opening moto and capture his third consecutive #1 125 motocross plate? We're all set to go, and they're off and running. It's another great start for Nathan Ramsey, his second hole shot of the day.
And that was impressive, Art. Didn't look like he had the best jump out of the gate, but he maneuvered around, just kind of split the banners and the riders next to him to get that lead.
Paul Curry in second place on the Suzuki, and the battle for third is on with a multitude of riders. But Nathan Ramsey once again is our early leader. Whoa! Here's a log jam for you, and Ricky Carmichael there on the left got caught behind the log jam. So once again, Ricky's going to have to fight from behind. There's Talon Bull at 7-11.
Number 19, Mike Craig, stuck in there. Not as bad as the first moto for Carmichael, but still a disaster. There he is on the right, just squeaking through.
Well, he's come back from this position in one motos before on this season.
He's next to Scott Sheik again.
Scott Sheik, number 26, right behind Ricky Carmichael. Carmichael now having to fight through all the traffic to get back into contention. Number 46 there, just out of our picture, is Paul Curry. Remember, he was in second place. He must have gone down and got back up very quickly because he's back there near Ricky Carmichael. There goes Nathan Ramsey, and number 27, Brock Sellards. There's a big difference in this moto as adverse to the last one. Sellards picked up 5 points on Ricky Carmichael in the opening moto, but he placed 5th in that moto. Well, he's in good position to win this one. Should he be able to hold off Ricky Carmichael, Carmichael would not get the #1 plate today. Sellards is the only rider mathematically not eliminated from the points race behind Ricky Carmichael.
He was staying right there with Ramsey, learning from him. Doesn't have any pressure from behind, so he can watch what he does for a lap or two if he chooses, and then try to make a pass and get away, get that even more points on Carmichael, who's still mid-pack.
Ramsey and Brock Sellards 1 and 2. Keith Johnson has moved up into third place. Oh, and Ramsey goes down. Had momentum and slid all the way up the hill. Brock Sellards goes by. Keith Johnson goes by. Ernesto Fonseca. It looked like Casey Lytle and the whole group getting by Nathan Ramsey. Ramsey finally getting it started. Will have to go down the hill to turn back around.
It's a scary place to be sitting with all those guys coming by at full speed, but you can see they put a little water down the racetrack in certain areas. They did that before the first moto as well, and he got sideways right there. What happens, you come out of that berm, and it turns into a flat, hard pack. You're still leaning to the inside before that double, and it just got away from him.
What a great break for Brock Sellards, and of course he helped make his own break by being in good position to take over the lead. He told us earlier about the difficulties of this track.
It's kind of hard to set your bike up for because, you know, the main part of the race seems to be the sand whoops, but it's a short part of the track. And the rest of the track is opposite from the sand, so you got to worry about, you know, getting through the sand whoops and then setting up for the hard pack. So tire selection's a little different, and it's kind of hard to find a combo that'll work all the way around.
Brock went into the season hoping for a top 3 finish on the points list. Now that he's second behind Ricky Carmichael, he's become a favorite for next year when RC leaves the 125 ranks for good.
That's the way I feel right now. I'm second in points, and I don't know what Talon's going to do next year or whatever, but I mean, he'll be up there, so it's not going to be easy for anything, you know, Supercross nor outdoors. I'll just have to train a little harder and ride a little better.
Well, he's riding pretty hard, pretty good right now. Brock Sellers, number 27. And really, Brock is not only hoping to get a good breakaway going here, but he's also hoping that the riders behind him will be able to hold up Ricky Carmichael from his patented comeback. We mentioned earlier about Keith Johnson. That's why he's not up in the leading pack right now. Making contact with Ernesto Fonseca and having to get back up and into the race. Casey Johnson right now has got good speed. He's trying to catch his teammate Casey Lytle. And everybody's behind Brock Sellers.
Sellers looking like he's starting to pull away a little bit. There goes Kelly Smith in the KTM.
Looked like David Pingree. And here is Ricky Carmichael. So Carmichael has made great progress. And right now, when he gets the room as he approaches Jason McCormick, Ricky Carmichael is turning speeds that are almost as fast as the faster 250s on this track.
Doesn't surprise me much. Unadilla is actually faster than the 250s. You know, he's one of those guys that reminds me a little bit of Hanna or Rick Johnson, where you get them mad and they go even faster. And he doesn't even care about this pack of riders in front of him. As he went over that double just now, he's looking to his left going, where are the leaders? How far are they? It's only a concern on his mind right now.
McCormick, and then Ricky Carmichael. 2 consecutive championships, on the verge of number 3. But if things stay the same as they are right now, as Ricky Carmichael gets by Jason McCormick, Pingree is next on the Primal Suzuki.
He just passes people wherever he wants. And he's not nice. He is in a hurry to get to the front. He knows that Sellers has some confidence now, so he's got to get up there and at least get him in sight before the end of the race and have a chance at it.
Let's check in down in the mechanics area with Davey Combs.
Ted, once again, you guys didn't get the start, and you didn't get through the first lap without going through some traffic. I don't know what the deal with the start is right now. I mean, something's not clicking. I don't know if it's equipment or him or a combination. I mean, I just want to get this championship over with is what I want. And, I mean, once again, if we had NASCAR style, we'd have a good points lead.
Well, you know, the thing about the start to me, Art, that it does not cement this week. So, I mean, he could say, well, I've just been having a tough time hooking up off the cement. But here we have sand. The soil is practically what he rides on at home. Very similar, so he should have that pretty wired.
But by now he's had so many bad starts on cement, it's up in his head.
It's a mental problem. And it probably, I went through the same slump. And I finally just said to my dad, you know, what in the heck am I doing or not doing? He goes, you're not just being mellow out of the gate. I was so in a hurry to try to beat the guys beside me out of the gate and not get boxed in that I would dump the clutch too quick, and I would do the first 4 or 5 feet quick, but I would give up something midway down the starting line, and that could be his problem. He's just in too big of a hurry to overcome the problems he's had lately.
Fonseca is leading the parade of Yamaha of Troy. Casey Johnson, though, looks to the inside, looks to the outside. Can Casey make a move on number 100? There's Casey Lytle. Kelly Smith. Ricky Carmichael not far behind.
Can't wait to see what Carmichael does with all these guys. It's not going to be, they're having a tough time battling with each other.
Oh, Casey to the inside, makes the move into second place.
Finally, that almost looked like Fonseca gave that to him. I think he knew there was no way he was going to be able to get back to the inside, but he started in on the inside and then drifted wide. That was kind of odd.
Casey, returning from a back injury, was out a couple of events. Has now passed into second place. His best performance of the year was a second place finish. That was in the first event at Glen Helen.
Now watch this. Coming down the hill, Fonseca needs to be looking to that inside berm. He can't get there. Casey Johnson just gets in there perfect. Fonseca just looks over at him, waits for him to go by, and so he can get back in the race.
Back to the action as we check out the battle for 3rd through 6.
Carmichael already put Kelly Smith behind him. I think he's going to carve through these guys like butter. He is mad right now. He wants this moto win to erase that 10th in the first moto.
Casey Lytle and Stefan Roncada, both of Yamaha of Troy. The next targets for Ricky Carmichael in the battle for 4th.
Reaching up to clear his vision. You know he's getting roosted by all the guys he's followed so far. Watch him through here. He's been fast.
He's taking the mid route right now. Before he was going to the inside. Whoa, Ricky Carmichael. Picking up spots. Roncada finally gets back into the action there. We've got Casey Johnson, Ernesto Fonseca. Roncada just passed Fonseca, and Carmichael just passed Casey Lytle.
Look at Carmichael. Just skim the tops. If you drop the front end 6 inches right there, you're just heading for the ambulance. I mean, that's taking a big chance through there, hanging off the back, wide open, going, if I don't make the pass here, I'm going to go to the stretcher.
One thing about this young man is he is in great physical condition. I mean, he might look a little pudgy at times, but as far as riding is concerned, this guy puts his time in during the week.
And he's not worried as when he approaches. Look at that. Jumps all the way almost to the downside there and enough to make the pass, but that landing takes everything out of it. If there's any sweat on the foam inside his goggles, it all splattered on the lens right now. He's going to be looking through that for the rest of the race, but he doesn't seem to care.
Checking out the Suzuki stopwatch from our leader, Brock Sellards.
He's built up a pretty nice lead. He's got that whole down and up section. These guys can't quite get him in their sights yet. Carmichael, 12 seconds down. There's time, but he can't make a mistake from here on out.
So Fonseca, the fifth rider, is about a little over 20 seconds in back of the leader already. As we go back to our battle for second place, Casey Johnson and Ricky Carmichael. So it looked like that still Brock Sellards has about a 9-second lead on this battle for second place.
I like this battle right now because I believe Casey Johnson has got the stuff to get up there and ride the same way Carmichael has shown us he can ride. Started off the year great, then he broke his arm, just horrible break. Took a long time to get better, and then he had to race his way back into shape. Now he's starting to get fit. Too bad it's the end of the year, but it's a great opportunity to see what he can do against Carmichael, who's on a roll.
Right, David, he got back into shape just in time for a Unadilla injury. A back injury actually at Redbud set him out of action for 3 races, and now he's coming back with a lot of speed, a lot of confidence.
Look at Chad, he's just going, get him! He wants to see a moto win. Even if he gets the moto win from the incredible ride he had to put in, even the ride he had in the first moto coming from behind, that's still not good enough for RC. He's still going to be bummed, and chances are he may not be able to wrap the title either.
Reminding you fans who might have just tuned in, Ricky Carmichael only needed a 2-point margin on Brock Sellards out of this afternoon of racing to win the #1 plate for the 3rd consecutive time. He lost 5 points in the first moto to Brock Sellards, as Nick Way, his teammate, eventually won it. Now we've got a side-by-side battle through the whoops. Once again, Ricky Carmichael makes the move in a whoop section.
That just might be as fast as anybody on 125 has been through the whoops all day. He hit that jump right there and cleared the next one. He turned it into a double, probably by accident, just going whatever it takes to make the pass and what I got to do.
Nick Way with a chance for an overall win. His first national 125 overall win is on the move, taking 6th place. He needs at least 5th, though, to capture an overall if things stay the same.
That would certainly help if Carmichael got up there and passed Sellards. Moved him back a notch.
Coming down that steep hill, he was at one time 9 seconds in back of Brock Sellards when he was fighting for second. And now look at 2 bike lengths.
He takes away so much time from you that if you just happen to glance over your shoulder and see him back there 9 seconds, the next lap, you can hear him. He's on your tail. It wrecks all your confidence. You begin riding in the complete defense mode. And that doesn't really work very well either, because Ricky can go anywhere he wants in this racetrack to pass. We've already seen that.
Sellards with his first 125 national victory at Washougal. He was able to get a big enough lead on Ricky Carmichael. And Carmichael couldn't come back all the way after a bad start. But right now, it's going to be a knockdown drag-out, it looks like. Brock Sellards more confident than he was the last time that Ricky came knocking. It's a good idea of the speed through the corners right there. Oh, Brock Sellards cuts to the outside berm, and Ricky Carmichael almost got him there. So Ricky just waiting for a mistake to happen here. Or does he? He leaps to a side-by-side position that cuts to the inside. What a move by Ricky Carmichael.
That wasn't even a line. He just turned it into one. You could see what he was thinking all the way down the straightaway. Set himself up out wide. Goes by the mechanics area, looks at the board, nods. Yep, yeah, I got it. I know what to do from here. Sellards is riding all out, but just what can you do against somebody like this? Look, Ricky's already on the power. He hasn't even gotten to the corner yet. I think Sellards thought he had him covered. He's going, okay, I got the inside of this. All of a sudden, bam, he glances off his elbow.
So Ricky Carmichael now can pick up a few points, get him back from Brock Sellards. Don't forget Moto World coming up on ESPN2 Thursday at 6:30 p.m. for all the latest motorcycle news. So Ricky Carmichael's pass scrambles up the possible overall situation with Sellards, Way, and Ron Cotta in line for a possible overall here at Millville. 2 consecutive races to bring to the close this exciting season at Binghamton and Delmont. As Casey Lytle is in 5th position, Nick Way in 6th. And really, Way needs this pass to take his first national 125 overall. Cuts to the inside, had little problem with Casey Lytle. That was a big move for Nick Way, maybe a good career move.
It was kind of a strange deal, too, from Casey, because he came down the hill and he had a lead on Nick. And it just seemed like he sort of fell asleep out there on the outside. Just gave it up. It's part of the race, too, and these guys are starting to get pretty tired. Nick may be a little more inspired after that first moto win than Casey.
Well, with Brock Sellards in 2nd place, Nick Way is in line right now for the overall, because Sellards would have the 5-2 to Nick Way's 1-5. For this week's Suzuki Flashback, we look at the 125 National from Millville back in 1988. The late Donnie Schmidt, riding a Suzuki, was a crowd favorite at Spring Creek, his home track. Moto number 1 was all Schmidt from hole shot to flag, leading the entire moto. Moto 2 would be more work for Donnie. Despite going down, he was able to come back and take the overall win for his 2nd win at Millville in a row. Donnie Schmidt, long remembered for his excellence on and off the track, especially by his home state Minnesota fans. Back to the action now. Ricky Carmichael here in the 2nd moto on the final lap. I can't forget the time here in Millville when he came down that big hill and went flying.
Well, he did just finish doing a little showboating, and then he hit a braking bump into the corner and just rode the front wheel. He had enough of a lead to get up, but it was probably a little embarrassing.
Gnarly looking crash for Ricky Carmichael, and he still won. Looking back, checking out things, as he's on cruise control right now. Ricky Carmichael looking for his 14th moto win and 20 tries on the season. The shock is he didn't pick up the 2 points needed for the 125 championship. So not much of a celebration for Ricky Carmichael right now, even though he takes the victory here in moto number 2. Casey Johnson, his best finish of the year. Brock Sellards in 3rd, but Nick Way in 5th wins his 1st overall. Let's go to Davey.
Ricky, I know that's not what you planned to do coming here today, getting a 10 and a 1, but that 2nd moto, that's a great statement. Prove you're the best guy out there.
Thanks, Davey. I don't know what's wrong with me on the starts. Been practicing them and practice them at home, and I thought I had it down pat, but obviously I didn't, and it cost me the win and the championship today. And you know, it's a bummer that happened, but I wasn't the best man today.
I'll tell you what, in the middle part of that 2nd moto, you put in a few laps that were just amazing. Tell us about the pass on Sellards.
Well, I squared it up and passed him right here before the finish line, and got into 1st, and I wanted to pull away, get a big lead, because I don't know, I think these guys are, you know, they're winning, and they're forgetting, you know, that I won a lot of nationals this year, and I haven't lost any speed. I've just been getting bad starts, and I just want to win as far as I can.
The championship will have to wait for at least 2 more weeks till you get to Binghamton. What are you going to do to fix the starts?
I don't know. Keep practicing on my main thing is I just need to stay up at Binghamton and come out there with a 75-point lead or a 50-point lead, and I'll win.
So once again, RC's moment of victory has to be postponed. And he also now can only tie the career mark for 125 career wins. Nick Way, though, his first national overall victory. Let's go to Davey.
All right, Nick, that's it. You just won a national.
Yeah, I mean, that moto I think I rode pretty well, but I didn't get the start I wanted. But the pro circuit, Kawasaki 100 Collect Mazda Bridgestone tires got me through the pack there, and you know, I didn't even know I won the overall till I pulled off the track. But you know, I've been working real hard for this, and I'll take it any way I can get it.
Well, I tell you what, maybe it even came as a blessing not knowing you were, because you rode your own race, and I don't know whether you knew or not, but that pass on Lytle with 2 laps to go, that was it. That was the overall.
Oh, I didn't know that, but you know, I figured that I was just trying my best there, and you know, Ricky got by me there early. I made a few mistakes, and maybe I bring him tonight and, you know, hang in there and maybe for another national win.
Well, man, all those years, all those mini bike races, all those amateur races, comes down today, you get your first moto win as a pro, your first overall win. Your mom and dad are here.
Yeah, I can't believe it. It's like a dream come true. You know, I've been working for this all year, last few years, and couldn't have done it without my mechanic Kevin and my family and the Stanton family and the Richards, you know, and couldn't have done it without those guys.
Congratulations, Nick.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
So Ricky Carmichael goes to the second to the last round with the same points lead he had coming into this afternoon's action. 98-point lead on Brock Sellards, the only one eligible now, mathematically anyway, to take the title away from Carmichael. For Nick Way, an outstanding afternoon.
Great to get that first win. For me, this was a relief. You know, I finally had proved to myself I could do it, and it actually came pretty easy. It came a lot easier after that.
Looking for his first title, Greg Albertine. It would be the first time in 15 years if he wins the title that a Suzuki can round out the championship. That's coming up next. Moto 2, Albertine and the gang.